Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today we're doing another what if video. So I believe it's been maybe about a week or two since we did the last one of these. Yeah, it was a week actually, with the far out object hitting Earth, so it's been about a week. But yeah, today I've got another what if video, and it's actually one of the people I know in real life who actually mentioned this to me. But today what we're going to be doing is, as you've probably seen by the title, we're going to put the planets in alphabetical order. So this should be pretty interesting, because obviously all the planets will be in different orders, so we're going to see if they would interact with each other in any way. So we're also going to see the temperature changes on them as well, so yeah, and also just the changes on the entire solar system. So it should be a pretty interesting video for today, so hopefully you enjoy it. But yeah, just like usual as well, just a massive thanks massive thanks to everyone who's recently subscribed. We're almost at 6,100 now. I mean, damn. We still haven't I still haven't arranged anything for the 6,000 special. I have to make some sort of poll about that, about what I could do for that. So yeah, expect that at some point. But yeah, just a massive thanks, since we're almost at 6,100 now. Just damn, it's absolutely crazy. But anyways, let's begin. So alphabetical order. So if it was alphabetical order, that would mean that Earth would be the closest planet to the sun. So this is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to doing this. So, right, we're going to use Earth, and we're just going to place it where Mercury is for now. I mean, I won't do it exactly in the exact same orbit, just to save time, but it's still in the pretty much the same area. I mean, I'll literally put it... Actually, if I just delete that, I'll literally place it on top of Mercury and then click auto orbit. So it pretty much it would calculate an orbit very similar to Mercury. So if I delete that, then with this Earth, I click auto orbit. So like that. So obviously Earth with the letter E, that is the highest letter in the alphabet if you're not including Ceres, which we're not since it's not a planet. Alright, anyways, next up we've got Venus. So after Earth, it would be J for Jupiter. So we're going to have Jupiter in the orbit of Venus in the inner solar system. That's going to cause some real trouble probably. Right, so we're going to put Jupiter right there. Then delete Venus. There we go. So now if we auto orbit with Jupiter, its orbit should lock on to where Venus's orbit pretty much was. So there is that. Right now, Earth. So after Jupiter in the alphabet, it would be Mars. So Mars is moving slightly closer into Earth's orbit. So that could be quite an interesting little experiment to see what it would be like if Mars was in the orbit of Earth, with obviously all Jupiter in front of it as well. So we delete Earth. So now we have Mars in the front there. We'll use the good old custom one as well. So now it goes Earth, Jupiter, then Mars. Right, next up we've got Mercury. So Mercury now is in the orbit of Mars. So they'll just make Mercury a Mars basically by my sort of estimates. So let's use the custom Mercury. We don't want the regular Mercury. So let's get that nice grey atmosphere. Right, so delete that. There we go. So here's custom Mercury with its cool atmosphere add-on there. Alright, so there we go. That's Mercury. So that's the inner solar system done now. So we still got 3 of the inner solar system planets, but we now have Jupiter in there. So that could be causing a bit of trouble. Alright, so the asteroid belt we're not going to alter. Right, so after that, we're now going to see what goes in the orbit of Jupiter. So Neptune will actually be where Jupiter is now. So that is pretty spicy. Right, so let's put good old Neptune in here. Actually, no, let's use the Neptune custom. Why not? There we go, Neptune custom. So let's spawn that in here, and we're going to place it there. Then delete the Jupiter. There we go. So now we have Neptune custom in the orbit of Jupiter. So that could be pretty cool. So a nice blue planet closer to the sun for a change. So there is that. Right, next up we've got Saturn. So next after Neptune, it would be Pluto. Should we include Pluto? Yeah, why not? So Pluto. There we go. Pluto ATM edition. I'm going to place that in there. Delete Saturn. Then auto orbit with a little Pluto. So there we go. So now Pluto's where Saturn was. So we've got Neptune and Pluto a lot closer. Says Pluto. Alright, then Uranus. After Pluto, this is where Saturn is. Okay, so Saturn now takes over where Uranus was previously. So let's place that in there. Spawn it in. There we go. Delete Uranus. There we go. And then auto orbit with that. Okay, so Saturn's a lot further out now. Right, and then moving on to where Neptune is located. I'm not going to include Planet 9 for this as well, because it's already too far out. It's not really going to be a big difference if we move it inwards. And obviously something would be in the orbit of Planet 9, so yeah, there's not really much point in using Planet 9 for this today. So yeah, it'd just be the regular planets and Pluto, because I always like to think of Pluto as it should be a planet, if you ask me, but oh well. So, right, delete Neptune custom. Right, and then auto orbit with Venus, since Venus is obviously the letter V, so it's the last one. So there is that. Right, so is that everything, or am I missing anything? Oh no, hang on. No, that Venus should be where Pluto is. My apologies. No, it's Uranus that should be here. So there we go. Let's spawn in Uranus. There we go. So let's place that there. So Uranus is now where Neptune is. So probably not going to be much changing at Uranus temperature-wise, since it will probably still be the same. So auto orbit with you. Okay, the orbit is there. All right, and then Pluto. This is where Venus will be. So the hottest planet probably won't be very hot anymore after this. So let's place that in there. So there we go. Right, cool. So that is all done. So auto orbit with Venus. Okay, so Venus and Uranus are a lot further out. So now I'm going to save. And I'll just call it Alpha Solar System for Alphabet. Alright, there we go. So Alpha Solar System. Alright, that is saved. Alright, so now we can have a little fun with this. So Jupiter being that close to the Sun, that's going to cause some problems, I think. Can we see Jupiter from Earth, though, as Earth is now the closest planet to the Sun? I think we can. I can just about spoil it there. Because right now, yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it from here. There it is. You can see this dot from it. So Jupiter is visible easily with the naked eye from Earth. So, yeah, there it is there. So that is very, very interesting. Because, yeah, Jupiter being in the orbit of Venus, that is going to be a big troublemaker. Alright, so without further ado, we'll slow down time. And we'll click play. So we're also going to look at the planet's temperatures and stuff like that, because they'll definitely change. Alright, so Earth. Now, this will definitely increase. We'll turn off climate mode as well, because obviously climate mode makes it go all weird. So realistically, yeah, if Earth was where Mercury was, I'm sure we all know what would happen here. Earth now pretty much heats up to the temperature of Mercury. Mercury is usually around 200 degrees. So, yeah, Earth is now a Mercury, pretty much. But all the water's evaporated as well. So, yeah, that's the end of that. If I just spawn in a regular Mercury, how much is Mercury temperature normally? I think it's about 240, isn't it? Oh, no, 176. This is actually slightly hotter than what Mercury is in the game currently. So, it's obviously because the atmosphere gives it that little extra greenhouse effect. So, yeah, that gives Earth a little boost when it's closer to the Sun. Let's see how Jupiter... So, Jupiter's actually at 17 degrees. So, in the orbit of Venus, that's actually still increasing, but Jupiter actually warms up into the positives at this distance. It reflects 34% of light as well, remember? So there is that. So we'll come back to that, see how high it gets. Right, Mars, how are you doing? Oh, Mars is still in the minuses. Is it going to increase? So if we put it to 0, will it increase? No, it gets colder. So Mars, even in the orbit of Earth, with its current atmosphere, still is not good enough to get into that positive temperature. So Mars is pretty much going to remain the same. So, yeah, not much happening at Mars. Mercury is now in the minuses as well, so that's basically just a dwarf planet sort of status for temperature on it right now. And obviously Neptune, that's still cold because obviously it's an ice giant. This also, yeah, it reflects 29% of light, but it's still in the orbit of where Jupiter was, so it's not very warm out here anyway. Pluto, 192 degrees, so that's, or minus 192, so that's still pretty cold. Saturn, minus 185. Uranus is minus 210, so Uranus will definitely be the coldest since it's even further than it normally is, and Uranus is already the coldest planet normally, so yeah, that should probably be the coldest now. And Venus, that's what I want to see. Yeah, look at Venus, still cooling down. It's still cooling down. So we've only been playing for a few hours here, but look how dark it is here. Obviously, because we're in the orbit of Pluto right now with Venus. So yeah, it's going straight into the minuses to minus. Let's see where it's going. Minus 152. So not the coldest it can go, but still pretty cold for a Venus. So there's that. Saturn, minus 28, 209. Uranus is minus 220. But as we just pause, take a note how the orbits are changing. Now, I wonder who's causing that. Let me guess, it's you, isn't it? Jupiter. Obviously, with Jupiter being that close, that is going to cause a lot of problems for the objects further out. So obviously, with having the bigger planet closer to the Sun, that means the more of the gravity is going to start making the ball wobble, as you can see, because it doesn't normally do this, but as soon as you put a Jupiter in the inner solar system, that's where real problems are caused. So I'm wondering if Jupiter will have any effect on Mars. If they get too close to each other, it could cause some problems. So we're going to speed this up, see if anything happens. So there's that. So the inner solar system still looks stable, but the outer areas here, Sedna, Goblin, Far Out, Planet 9, they're all wobbling a lot. Even some of the other closer dwarf planets as well. Even, yeah, Venus and Uranus, they're actually wobbling as well. So even the outer gas giants are still getting affected. So it looks like everything further from Saturn is getting some effects right here. But yeah, it's still looking pretty stable in the inner solar system. Not really much going on here. Now, obviously, this will never happen in real life, I'm presuming, so we'll never know what would actually happen with this, but we can always enjoy what the game has to offer with some of what the game's features will do. So, I mean, some of it is pretty realistic, obviously with the gravity and stuff. So usually it's more realistic the slower you play it, but obviously if we played it at real time, it would take years for something to happen. So it would have to speed up to a few years right now. So let's keep going here. Is anything gonna happen? I'm waiting to see Mars just get yeeted out the solar system, just completely tossed out because of that massive Jupiter there. But overall, it's not looking too bad, honestly. I mean, stuff's pretty stable. I mean, it is wobbling a bit. I mean, the most you could call this is unstable, not completely chaos. I mean, is it even unstable though? I mean, it is wobbling, but it's still not getting tossed out. So I mean, it's probably just about stable enough to stay, but not enough of being unstable to just get tossed out the system completely. But you can see Earth's wobbling, but remember, Mercury does that normally anyway. It's just the way its orbit works. Mercury's orbit is always changing, so that's fine with Earth there. Neptune in Jupiter's orbit, that's just calm as well. So yeah, it's pretty much just the outer objects are now just getting wobbled by the Jupiter being closer to the sun there. So yeah, pretty interesting results, putting the planets in alphabetical order. So I guess what we could do now is invert it. So let's go into a whole new simulation now. So let's just go straight back to the solar system sim, and now we'll put the planets the other way around and see if that has any change. Right, so going by those terms, Venus would now be the closest planet to the sun, so that's going to make it even hotter than normal. So yeah, so Venus, let's place Venus where Mercury is, so that's gonna be very interesting. So let's go ahead and delete Mercury. So now we have Venus as the closest planet to the sun there. So there we go. Right, so then it'll go Venus, then Uranus. Okay, this could be more interesting because also it goes Venus, Uranus, Saturn. So that means having 2 gas giants in the inner solar system. I mean, I know Jupiter's the most powerful, but what if you have 2 slightly smaller gas giants? Will that have any effect on the some of the objects? We'll have to wait and see. Right, Earth. So yeah, Earth is now Saturn. Okay, that's going to be very interesting. So let's put Saturn there. There we go. Right, so Saturn, there we are. Right, and then we have Pluto. So Pluto's going to be where Mars is now. So definitely warm it up, that's for sure. Right, so Pluto. Let's go ahead, place it in the middle of Mars. Then go ahead and delete Mars. There we go. So auto orbit. And also, if you guys want this sim, just let me know and I can send it in the Discord server as well. And definitely make sure if you join that if you haven't already. But if you guys want to have this sim and play around for it with yourself, then just let me know because I can send it to you. So it would save you doing all the work of putting in alphabetical order. Alright, so yeah, after Pluto, we are going to Neptune. So Neptune is still in Jupiter's orbit because it's right in that middle spot. So no matter what way you put it, it looks like Neptune will still be in Jupiter's orbit unless we brought Planet 9 or something in like that, or Planet 9 in. So yeah, Neptune is still where Jupiter originally was. So Neptune will probably be exactly the same. Alright, so after Neptune, we have Mercury, and yeah, having a bit of drink because my voice is a little bad right now because I have a bit of a cold, so I have to keep drinking otherwise my voice goes all weird. So alright, there's that. Alright, Mercury, so auto orbit with you. There we go. Rightio. Okay, then we have Uranus. So Uranus is now Mars. Okay, so Mars. So there we go. Got loads of Mars sort of variants there. Right, there we go. And I do actually have something planned with all those variants from the Christmas gift simulation as well. All of those different coloured variants of each colour, like the cloudy, the less cloudy, the half cloudy, all of those. I have something planned for all of those, all of them in one system. So yeah, we'll stay tuned for that. Maybe I'll do it for the 6K sub special or something, but should be pretty interesting. Alright, so after Mars, it is now Jupiter. So Jupiter's where Neptune was now. Okay, that's going to be quite interesting. So Jupiter. So let's place that there. So Jupiter is where Neptune is. Alright, so there we go. So I wonder what effect that will have on the outer solar system. Now Jupiter's a lot further out. Will it still make them wobble or not? That's what we're going to find out. And then Pluto is getting replaced by Earth. So Earth is now the furthest planet excluding Planet 9 from the Sun now. So look how dark it is. That is very dark and spooky at Earth now. And yeah, that is definitely going to freeze up. So we'll turn off night mode as well. Alright, so there we go. So we'll just call it, we'll save the simulation again, and we'll just call it Alpha 2, I guess, since it's still the alphabet, but just in reverse. So, alright. There we go. Look at all the coloured orbits, all in the wrong spots. Looks pretty weird. Alright, so we're going to click play, and we're going to see what happens. So there is that. Oh, now the Sun is in a binary with Jupiter now. Jupiter's far away enough that the Sun's actually gone into a binary with it than Jupiter just orbiting it. Because obviously Jupiter's so far away now that the Sun's having less influence on it. So now it's got its own influence on the Sun. And they're actually in a binary orbit, as you can see. But the Sun and Jupiter are now orbiting each other. Okay, so that's already had a different change compared to what we did the first time. Right, so now let's speed it up. And let's see what happens with the other planets. Okay, so how's the inner solar system doing? Okay, not looking too bad. And oh god, my voice is feeling all weird. My throat's all hurting. Damn you, cold. Right. Anyways, Venus, as suspected, is now gone up into the 700. So yeah, its surface is starting to melt, as you can see. So yeah, having Venus in the orbit of Mercury, that distance closer does make a difference. So we've got Uranus here in the orbit of Venus now, and Uranus is actually in the positive temperatures. So the coldest planet originally is now going up into around about 27 degrees now. So that's interesting. Right, Saturn is still at Saturn in Earth's orbit is at -20. So yeah, the gas giants, without the atmospheres, they really do not get hot at all. Oh, and then we have Pluto, which is actually losing mass now. Look at that. So yeah, Pluto being this close to the Sun, it's actually losing mass. It's too close. The Sun is sort of burning it, or it's losing material due to the closer solar winds and stuff, I guess. So yeah, Pluto's actually being killed because it's too small and it's too close to the Sun for this sort of mass. So Pluto's actually losing material there, so that's not good. Still nowhere near the temperature of Mars. That's even colder than what Mars normally is in this distance. So yeah, poor Pluto there. Anyways, Neptune, you're pretty much exactly the same as last time. Mercury is at -185, pretty cold for Mercury. Mars is at -209, so it's really cold in Mars. Jupiter, -225, and then poor old Earth in the orbit of Pluto, -220 degrees on Earth. That, yeah, I don't think we'd survive that. Poor Earth. Alright, so, as we can see though, Jupiter, at that distance it's in right now, is still having an effect. Even though it's in the orbit of Neptune, Pluto is still having an influence on the orbits of the solar system, slightly more than it normally would in its regular orbit. So, yeah, the solar system's still wobbling a bit as well, and also the Sun is in a binary orbit with Jupiter, so all of the objects are moving as well. Maybe Jupiter in a binary orbit could affect some of the nearby dwarf planets as well. Maybe they won't orbit the Sun. Maybe some of them will get caught by Jupiter. Who knows? That could be interesting. Can we speed up anymore? Nah, we can't speed up anymore. No. But as you can see, yeah, still some interesting changes there. It's pretty cool to swap the planets around from time to time as well. We've done a few of these in the past with particular themes. I've never done it in alphabetical order. That was a good recommendation by one of my friends in college. So, yeah, credit to him. So, yeah, that is a pretty cool idea. So, yeah, Uranus, the coldest planet, is actually not too bad in temperature. Wait, can we measure them? Wait, temperature, there we go. So, how's the temperature doing? Okay, so obviously the Sun's the hottest. Then we have Venus, which is miles ahead of all the other planets there. So then we have Saturn. Oh, wait, how's Saturn doing? Oh, Saturn's at -20? But why is Uranus not... Wait, what? Uranus is at 27 degrees. Why is Saturn inside it? Oh, I think it may just be because of Saturn's bigger. If I made it smaller, I reckon it'd probably be behind Uranus there. But you can sort of see from the actual words, you can see Uranus's name is ahead of Saturn's. So, yeah, there is that. Anything inside? If we just go inside the gas giants here, we can see... Okay, can I go inside? Game, let me inside. There we go. It says Planet 9 as well. You can sort of see through here, temperature-wise, that's how all the objects stack up. So we've got Mercury, and then Earth is actually near the end of the list with Planet 9 and all of the dwarf planets like Eris and all that, all of the really cold objects, and then obviously all the warmer ones, all the ones that are closer to the Sun there. So, pretty cool. But yeah, that is the quickest we can run it. But overall, even though Jupiter is where it is in both scenarios, it hasn't completely kicked any object out the system, surprisingly. Maybe if you continue playing this for hours and hours, obviously my PC can't play it any quicker than 1 year, or 1.2 years now. It's changing, but yeah, my PC can't play it any quicker. So if we were going to see what effects it would have, we literally would be sitting in this video for the next few hours to see if it would have any changes. So I think I'll end off there today, guys. So yeah, there is that. Now, speaking of this video, I don't actually know when this is going to come out. I'm hoping it will come out on the day I film it, which is Saturday. But the Wi-Fi has been a real pain today, so I'm hoping it will be out by then. But yeah, Discord has been a real pain today as well, so yeah, I can't really do much on there, but hopefully I can get this video out, because I really want to keep to my regular schedule of 2 videos a day. So yeah, there is that. But anyways, let's see if we can go for 50 likes on this video as well, guys. And if you've got any more ideas for what if videos, let me know down below in the comments or in my Discord server, because what if videos are always fun, and it's the origins of my channel as well. I've been doing what if since I pretty much started, so yeah, it's always nice to go back and do this really old series, as it is a lot of fun. I know a lot of you guys enjoy it as well. So yeah, if you've got any more ideas or recommendations for me to do, then let me know. And yeah, that pretty much is it. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Helps on the journey to 7,000 now, not 6,000, 7,000 subscribers now, because that would be absolutely amazing. And also a massive thank you to everyone who has subscribed and is sticking around for the journey. Massive thanks to all of you guys. It's really appreciated, and can't thank you guys enough for that. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and stop now, because my voice is really hurting. So yeah, hopefully I'll be good enough to make a video in a few days time when I get round to filming again, but it should be, my cold should be gone by then. But anyways, yeah, that is it. So make sure you guys all have a great day, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.